find someone else. You shouldn't do that.
This is a fantastic point.
Organized.
Cool. Yeah. Organized.
Organized.
Organized? That's a great one.
I
heard
like,
something else back there.
oh,
What was it?
Good for your brain.
Nobody? Go ahead.
I like, a quality I like is for them to do what they do in a way that reflects their intention or their personalities.
So they're authentic, they're
Yeah,
very
genuine.
much themselves. I'll put
And it,
authentic.
yeah, and it comes like out in their work.
Or expressive, clear voice.
Good communicator.
Good
Yeah,
communicator.
that's a skill, yeah.
Yeah.
Articulate.
Good communicator. Articulate is probably a better word for it, but whatever.
Exhortation.
Sorry?
Exhortation.
Exhortation.
Yeah, that's when somebody can express themselves, explain things very, very well. Not everybody can do that.
Fantastic. This man has some.
And I want them to be able to convey, probably because I work in the arts, but convey feelings like
Passion.
engage, be compelling.
Engage is amazing. So they're engaging. I heard passion over there. What?
Yeah.
Passionate.
Passionate.
Wonderful. See, we are painting together a fantastic.
ourselves.
What's that?
The picture, this is ourselves.
Oh, yes.
We
Well,
want someone.
Are you mother-daughter, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in real estate?
No.
Okay. Well, there's these real estate girls, this lady that's in Ajax and shows us her picture on the benches, the bus shelter benches with her daughter, and it looks very, very similar, right? So I can't remember what her name is, but you have her and you have her young daughter.
well, it was a good question. You nailed the family relation. So, bravo.
Yes, we Thank goodness they're not sisters after that.
I like
Then I'm looking up for something.
Yeah, right.
what you said is true. Like, I need for them to be note takers and to remember, so that I'm not reiterating. You know what I mean? Like,
Enthusiastic writers.
Self-starter.
Self-starter. What a good one. Initiative. There we go. I don't know. I've had a lot of people who were not self-starters, and I got burned. So.
Somebody has a GPS.
These are some really, really good ideas. Research?
Public guy that asked for direction.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because men don't ask directions,
Anything's
right?
fine. This sounds good. I'm right there.
I just asked for the address.
Always have the greatest thing.
I'm not sure if
Course,
it's
a weekend course.
Dependable, just right now, we're trying to
Yes.
find producers.
North, south, north,
So we're
south,
looking for a
east,
certain
west.
aesthetic that matches a certain sensibility, and I'll be like, okay, so you guys like watch the documentary channel, watch Travel on Leisure, like let me know what you're seeing that you think will relate, and they kind of, I gotta tell them, well, no, I
They
want,
love to learn.
yeah.
That's a good one. Love to learn. Okay, this list could go on for a really long time. Especially if we all do it, because everyone has different qualities that suit them. But if you were to do this for every position or role you wanted to fill in your business, let me tell you, you would be associating and filling those roles with way different people. I mean, I'm open to you guys having some awesome team or whatever. Like, maybe you don't need this. But for anybody who's struggled a little bit with this or felt like they've been dealing with some things that aren't quite, some people that aren't quite fitting, this kind of thing will give you the clarity you need. And again, like the other list, it's a subconscious thing. Once you put this on writing, your mind will be like, these are the things I look for. These are the things I focus on. I prioritize these. I remember writing them down. And when you meet people, you'll know immediately if they fit into that mode. When you're like, oh, you know what, you should watch this show, and they're like, no, whatever. You're like, I don't know if they love to learn, or I don't know if they're open-minded. This does not. Whoa, that's a sign immediately.
Yeah, but when people go to interviews, they just show the best of them. So how really can you?
Oh, you can't fake this stuff.
Airways and
No, it's a good question. Ask
they've
it,
got
right?
lots of
ways of asking questions, scenarios to give people to see how they respond and that kind of thing. To help, it's not necessarily 100%. You have really good fakers. Yeah, they might get through the door if you can't catch it, but.
More and more now, job interviews aren't about your skill of the task. It's all about the personality.
That's right.
And that's all they're asking you is, what would you do in this situation? Tell me how you handled this kind of thing. What would you do if this happened? Rather than, what's your background? How well do you know this program? Because they know you can learn that.
And something I heard recently is that they don't even say anymore, what would you do? They say, what have you done in a situation like this? Because they don't want it to be theoretical. They want to hear like how you really,
exactly.
like how you really respond. One big one that I kind of want to share, because this might be good for everyone, is that I want them to not be afraid to say, I don't understand. Give me clarification, like to ask questions, which I guess comes back to learning to learn. But sometimes when they don't know something, they don't say, and then I don't realize until way down the line that I thought they did this.
Maybe they break comfort zones if they need to
Yeah.
ask.
Not afraid to say I don't know.
Yep, not afraid, not afraid.
But as you mentioned, that EQ is more important than IQ now because of our education level. At one time, grade 12 was important. Now everybody has a university degree. They want to know what your emotional quotient is, how you can deal and handle in situations.
It's true. I just want to take one moment to address Astrid's question. I know you guys covered it with the interview questions and stuff. I'm just going to add that one, I don't feel like qualities like these can be faked. Like as human beings, if you meet somebody, you might be tricked for a small amount of time, but like they have 3 months probation or whatever. It doesn't take that long to find out if someone can keep this up. Like to fake it is a lot of work. If you're not passionate, to fake passion for 3 months is really tricky. So you'll find out really quickly. And as Kay said, if you want, you can just go Google powerful interview questions or unique interview questions, and you'll find like really useful tools to help you with this. This is a start. I could do another whole speech about interview questions if you wanted, but yeah. So I'm not sure we're running out for time, but
We're good till 8:30, so at least, yeah.
fantastic. Well, all right then. I can either.
I get up a little earlier than that, but go ahead.
That's cool, man. You've already contributed more than you're awesome. So I can either move on to another exercise, unless you guys have more questions about this, or I can just turn the floor over to you guys to ask anything you want about what we studied here, or success in general, or
I have one question. I'm
Yeah.
going to go back to the
GSD.
don't motivate, inspire.
Yeah,
Oh, all right, yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask.
How do you inspire?
Okay.
How do you inspire that kid? You can't just let go. You have to do something that inspires them to want to do it. And maybe that's an example, maybe it's a team, but how do you inspire change? How do you inspire that?
And maybe you could talk about the difference, like this is how you motivate them, and this is how you inspire them, so that I can sort of.
I will definitely do that. It's a fantastic question, and
Well, your dream becomes their dream.
I did kind of
You wanna
gloss
be part
over
of
it.
it.
That's exactly what we're looking for. In my experience, it works best if you can attract pre-qualified, inspired people through these lists of qualities, because before you were clear on this, you probably met people that were just came on board by default. You know what I mean? Like you didn't have this kind of clarity to filter them out. But now that if they're here, and you really are stuck on keeping around the unmotivated, uninspired person, then there are things you can do. And do you have like a personal example that I can work with? Like, is there some
Well, I mean,
person?
your example of your kid that's messy,
Okay,
that's
Nick.
messy. I'm sorry, I have a kid that's just like that, and I can't get rid of them. I know that's not business related,
You
but
tried
you know,
moving?
sometimes you have business partners that you signed in with a long time ago.